សួស្តីអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាអូខេសុខសប្បាយជាទេណាអញ្ចឹងនេះជាវីដេអូទី3ណានៃរឿងរបស់យើងរឿងទី2គឺ Desiree's Babies ណាក៏ជាវីដេអូបញ្ចប់នៃរឿងនេះមួយដែរណាអូខេអញ្ចឹងពីវីដេអូរួចជាស្រេចហើយតើគ្នាយើងយល់បានប្រមាណភាគរយដែរអូខេណាគ្នាយើងព្យាយាមអានព្យាយាមថាតាមក៏ដូចជាព្យាយាមបកប្រែដើម្បីស្វែងយល់នៃរឿងទាំងអស់រឿងមួយនេះណាតើរឿងមួយនេះគេនិយាយអំពីអ្វីណាហើយគេយកសំដៅទៅលើអ្វីក៏ដូចជាគេចង់បង្រៀនយើងឲ្យដឹងពីអ្វីខ្លះណាអូខេណាអញ្ចឹងនេះគឺជាភាគចុងក្រោយនៃរឿង Desiree's Baby អូខេ Desiree's Babies Cat Chopin lust. A quick conception of all that this accusation meant for her nerve, her with unwanted courage to then deny it. It is a lie. It is not true. I am white. Look at my hair. It is brown. And my eyes are gray. Amand, you know they are gray. And my skin is fair. Seizing his wrist, look at my hand, whiter than your hands. Amen. She laughed hysterically, as white as La Blanche. He returned cruelly and went away, leaving her alone with their child. When she could hold a pen in her hand, she sent a despairing letter to Madame Valmont. My mother, they tell me I am not white. Aman has told me I am not white. For God's sake, tell them it is not true. You must know it is not true. I shall die. I must die. I cannot be so unhappy and live. The answer that came was briefly, my own Desiree, come home to Walmont, back to your mother who loves you. Come with your child. When the letter reached Desiree, she went with it to her husband's study and laid it open upon the desk before which he sat. She was like a stone image, silent, white, motionless, or after she placed it there. In silence, he ran his cold eyes over the written words. He said nothing. Shall I go, Aman? She asked in tones sharp with agonized suspense. Yes, go. Do you want to go? Or do you want me to go? Yes, I want you to go. He thought Almighty God had dealt cruelly and unjustly with him, and felt somehow that he was paying him back in kind when he stepped thus into his wife's soul. Moreover, he no longer loved her. Because of unconscious injury she had brought upon his home and his name. She turned away like one stunned by a blow. and walked slowly toward the door, hoping he would call her back. "Goodbye, Aman," she moaned. He did not answer her. That was his last blow of fat fat. Desiree went in search of her child. Zandrin was pacing the somber gallery with it. She took the little one from the nurse's arm with no word of explanation, and descending the steps walked away under the live oak branches. It was an October afternoon. The sun was just sinking. Out in the still fields, the negroes were picking cotton. Desiree had not changed the thin white garment nor the slippers with she wore. Her hair was uncovered. The sun's rays brought a golden gleam from its brown meshes. She did not take the broad beaten road which led to the fair of plantation of Valmont. She walked across a deserted field where the subtle bruised her tender feet so delicately short and tore her thin gown to shreds. She disappeared among the reeds and willows that grew thick along the banks of the deep sluggish bayou, and she did not come back again. Some weeks later, there was a curious scene enacted at La Brie. In the center of the smoothly swept backyard was a great bonfire. Aman O'Bigney sat in the wide hallway that commanded a view of the spectacle, and it was he who dealt out to a half dozen negroes that material which kept in fire a blast. A graceful cradle of willow, with all its daintily furbishings, was laid upon the pyre, which had already been fed with the richness of a priceless layette. Then there were silk gowns and velvet, and certain ones added to these laces too, and uh, embroidery, bonnets, and gloves for Cobell had been of rare quality. The last thing to go was a tiny bundle of letters, innocent little scribbling that Desiree had sent to him during the days of their espousals. There was the remnant of one back in the drawer from which he took them, but it was not Desiree's. It was part of an old letter from his mother to his father. He read it. She was thanking God for the blessing of her husband's love. But above all, she wrote, night and day, I thank the good God, for having so arranged our life that our dear Amand will never know that his mother, who adores him, belongs to the race that is cursed with the brand of slavery អូខេតាអញ្ចឹងសម្រាប់រឿងមួយនេះគឺយើងបានបញ្ចប់ត្រឹមហ្នឹងហើយណាអញ្ចឹងគ្នាយើងអានហើយអានទៀតណាម្ដងជាពីរដងទៅណាដើម្បីយើងស្វែងយល់រឿងហ្នឹងឲ្យកាន់តែច្បាស់ដើម្បីយើងងាយស្រួលក្នុងការវិភាគក៏ដូចជាឆ្លើយនៅសំណួរផ្សេងៗដែលពាក់ព័ន្ធជាមួយនឹងរឿងទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងអូខេណាអញ្ចឹងអរគុណច្រើនសម្រាប់ការព្យាយាមស្ដាប់ក៏ដូចជាអានតាមខ្ញុំទាំងអស់គ្នាណាអរគុណច្រើន